Action, let's go. Action, let's go. Hello, welcome guys to another Stevie B's 5 out of 5 movie reviews on the recent movies that have been released. Today is the newly adapted version of Ready Player One. Newly adapted because it's never been adapted before. It was a book which I bought the other day from by Ernest Cline. Ready Player One. It's right there. So yeah, I bought the book. I need to start reading that. But I watched the film which came out last week, and it's amazing. I went to go watch it over the Easter weekend with my dad, and it was kind of really good. So in a nutshell, the story of Ready Player One is kind of set in the future. It's set in Columbus, Ohio in 2045, and we are following the story of a guy called Wade Watts, WW, and in the trailer what I love about it is he's like superhero alter ego like Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, because I got the BB, like the PP and the WW, so it's like a superhero name that you kind of get, and there's so many superhero names that have got like the same, like Green Goblin and that sort of stuff, that, you know, Stephen Strange. So yeah, that was kind of, I like that in the trailer. But anyway, so we follow this guy who, you know, he lives in this town, and virtual reality is basically, you know, the key to everything now. Like, that's all that people, like, that's all that's going on. So people have to put on these goggles, like the virtual reality goggles that, like, now you can get with like video games, that sort of stuff. And if you go to Thorpe Park Resort, you can also get it on the Darren Brown's Rise of the Demon Ghost train. Yes, we can. Let's go. So go check that out. But now, so everyone's got virtual reality goggles on, and they're in this this big kind of nostalgia, this big world called the Oasis, which is all these video games, all of this nostalgia, all of these 70s, 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s, all of the, even modern day stuff, all of these classic gaming all in one world. And you can make your avatar, so you can make like a player that you can go around and you can be as. And there's a guy in there called James Halliday. James Halliday is the guy that, you know, that made the Oasis back in the day, back in whenever, back in, like, say 2019. Well, that's next year. I don't know, but he made it back in the day because it's set in the future. And what he left for people, for the challengers, for the people of the world, is to go on an adventure and try to find the Easter egg. So like the main title of the game. And to get that, you have to get 3 keys to unlock these doors to enter the room that had the Easter egg in. I'm not going to say any more than that, because I think that's like the adventure in itself. It's so cool though. Like visually, it's just amazing to see all of these iconic characters and all these iconic things brought to life. And I'm so happy that it's been brought to life by Spielberg, because when he makes films like Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, E.T., you see all this nostalgia come back into like a movie, like into this movie. Like you see the Back to the Future car, you see the DeLorean, you know, you see King Kong, you see the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. There is just so much nostalgia in there, like even the Iron Giant's in there. And even from the trailer, you can kind of gather that there's so much going on. IGN did a video about it, which I think they guessed 138 the cameo appearances and nostalgia references. And I was like, sheesh. I have no idea if there is more. I haven't counted myself. I've only watched it once. I want to go watch it again though, because it's literally one of the best nostalgia movies that we've got in a while. And because I was saying to someone the other day, I was like, the last time we got this was like Wreck-It Ralph, with like the classic gaming, that sort of stuff. So it's nice to see like you know, classic nostalgia get brought to life in a movie, sort of thing. Spielberg did very well in it. I went to go watch it in 2D, but I know it's also out in 3D and IMAX, so I don't know, go check it out guys if it's better in one of these. If you've seen it in one of these like formats, do comment below and let me know what it's like. I've never really actually seen an IMAX movie yet, but you know, I'd like to go watch one. Maybe this is the movie to go watch in IMAX. I hear the book's very different from the movie. Of course it always is. And I hear that there is in talks of making a sequel book and a sequel film for the future, which is where Ernest Cline and Steven Spielberg might work together on making it. But I don't know if that's definitely for sure, guys. I don't know. But yeah, apart from that, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, because I could go into depth about it. But you know, like he meets characters in the Oasis and that sort of stuff that go along with him on this journey, and throughout the movie you do get to see, like, you know, because you see Wade's kind of human form and his Oasis form, and there are other characters along the way that you get to see their human form as well, and that's kind of but in that So when you're going through the story, like it's like one of the big a message that they're trying to perform into this into this film is never trust someone online. Like you never know who you're going to get to meet online, sort of thing, because there is one character in the book and in the movie, and not to spoil it, but for those that have maybe seen it already or read the book, there's one character in there that is like formed as like this big kind of like hunky like creature from like say Gods of War, or like something that you get in a video game like that, and you turn out that he's not all that he seems in the real world. So that's the only thing. Like, it's nice to know, and that is one of the messages they are trying to get through to you in this movie, is that you shouldn't trust people online, that sort of stuff, and don't just go and be like, oh, because you seem cool online, when I meet you in the real life, you're going to be the same person, sort of thing. So don't trust people online. Ready Player One is trying to tell you that. I'm going to now start reading the book, and I'll give you a review of the book. Whoa, I know, right? But yeah, it's very, very visually amazing. The soundtrack is great. There's so many 80s in there. They have a race in there, which is really cool. You see the Batcar in there. You see so much. Like, even Batman's in there at some point. Marvin the Martian's in there. Oh my god, I saw it on my. Sonic's in there. Hello Kitty's in there. There's so many like cameos in there. I'm like, whoa! Oh my god, Chucky's in there. The Iron Giant, like I said. There's just so many that I could talk about literally for hours. The amount of cameos that I saw, I was like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were in there as well. I was like, yes, they are. Halo's in there. Wow, there's so many guys. There literally is. I hope you enjoyed my review of it. Now let's give it my 5 out of 5 rating. And action. Ooh. 5 out of 5 rating. Oh, what can I give it out of 5? I don't want to be one of these people that, like, when I do like a review video, I just give it 5 out of 5 everything. But the movie reviews that I have done so far of this, they have been like up close from a 4 upwards, and nothing's been below a 4 yet, so don't worry. But this definitely has hit its nail on the head. There were times when I was watching the movie where I was a bit like, it's kind of dragging on a bit, but, and it was a bit too much, I think, at times, but, overall, I think it was a good movie. I want to give it 5, but I'm not going to give it 5. I'm going to give it a 4.7. Overall, great visual. The nostalgia bumps it up so much, overall. It's a great film to go and see if you love 80s, 90s, 70s movies. I was saying to my dad afterwards, I was like, I'd love to have like grown up in the 80s and that sort of stuff. And I think that's what Steven Spielberg wanted to give guests that opportunity to do. But no, it's a really, really good movie. There were just some parts where I was like, I don't know if I like that sort of thing in the movie myself. But yeah, overall, it's a good 4.7. From me, but I'm not, I'm not the judge. I could probably give it a 5, but I'm not going to give it a 5. It's 4.7. Take it, go and watch it. Let me know what you think of it. Comment below if you've seen it and give me your reviews on what you think of it. But overall, good movie. The nostalgia in there is on point. Sometimes I think some of the dialogue just went on a bit too much, and they could have maybe emphasised a bit more on kind of like online talking and that sort of stuff, because you've got a lot of the movie where like you're meeting people online and that sort of stuff, and I feel like that could have gone through a tad more. And sometimes I wish there was a bit more nostalgia in there. I wish there was things in there that I was like, why can't they put that in there, or put Mario in there, or put that game in there? Sad. So for that, I'm not giving you a 5. Sorry, Ready Player One. Sorry. I'm not a paid critic. I'm not a paid critic. Don't listen to me. Anyway, from me, Stevie B, from another 5 out of 5 movie reviews. Even though it's not 5 out of 5, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie review only on the Stevie Blackwood YouTube channel. Woo! Stevie Blackwood YouTube channel.